What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Live streams are back. New year. New cycle. New me. New you. New XRP. Happy New Year. Everyone, as always, make sure you hit that thumbs up button when you were coming up. Does an echo? No way. Nuh-uh. Do we have an echo? Do we have an echo? Wicked echo. Really? Hold on. Hold on here. Got an echo. That's not sound. There's no sound there. There's no sound here. Let me kill this. Do we still have an echo? Do we still have an echo? Someone give me a thumbs up. Let me know there's no echo. Still got an echo. Really? Where would that echo be coming from? Good news should be echoed, but not like that. You're right. Where is that echo coming from? Streamlabs is shut. NVIDIA. Webcam. That's right. It's like I'm talking to myself. Usually that's something playing. Hold on, listen. Oh, that's awful, that echo. Where is that pulling? Oh, I see it. Hold on. Echo killed? I think we got the echo killed. Let me know. Only the echo knows. Got it. Boom. We're good. We're back in business. For some reason, my Streamlabs was capturing the sound from the from my second PC. That's wild. It just amazes me how settings change without touching anything. I haven't touched anything in 3 weeks, and here we are. It wouldn't be a rip show if there wasn't technical issues. So now we're ready to go. We're back, baby. As always, make sure you press that thumbs up if you're coming in over on YouTube. If you're coming in from Twitter, I appreciate you as well. Happy New Year, everyone. New year, new me, new you, and new XRP. Let's do a quick roll call. Then we're going to get into this thing. We got a lot to talk about. Obviously, the price of XRP, super bullish. You love to see it. And we're going to love to see it a lot more because Rip told you January was the month. I predicted second half of January. Well, it looks like it started in the first half. But you know what? You can't be wrong for being conservative. Thank you, Lisa. Feels good to be back. Bamboo, the deep state is sabotaging you. You never know. Joan, hello. Crypto Prince, what's up, my friend? Dyson, I see you. Small Rick, I saw you. Smolty, I don't know if made it yet. Duchess, what is going on? Crypto Prince, Ando to the moon. That's where Ando's going. Who else did I miss over here? Who is my man? Yankee, what is up? What is up, McFly? I see you as well. Good old Jay. Who else we got? Who did I miss? Brian, MFam, Dyson, Self-Awareness, Dave. What is up, everyone? Hopefully everyone had an amazing New Year's, an amazing Christmas. Now we're back. Let's fire up the old camera. Here we go. And let me know. Be honest with me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Does the camera quality look better? I upgraded this thing. I mean, I paid from my original cam to this cam 3 times more price. This picture should be crystal clear. You should see every single gray in my beard with this camera. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. It even got AI tracking, but I turned it off because I don't need it following me. So I'm hoping this camera really did the trick for me here. Campbell Pruitt, Cinco Jelly, I see you over on Instagram. What is going on? Rip, what's up, my boy Mario? What's going on, man? CryptoPurse looks good. Yeah, looks good. Camera's looking good. All right. Love when the camera is looking good. Man, I'm telling you. We went out. My editing people were like, yo, you need a new camera. I was like, all right. I look 10 pounds lighter and 15 years younger. God, Dyson, I can kiss you right now. It makes you look bald. Well, you know, I was hoping to say makes me look less bald. We're not going to do that. I see the gray hair too. All right. Let's just take it easy. All right. Let it go. It's so clear I could read your thoughts. Paul, I like that. But don't tell everyone I'm thinking because it's not nice things right now. It's not nice things. All right. Well, let's kick this off because obviously we had some excitement, right? XRP did some amazing things, some beautiful things. People probably wondering, where do we go from here? And the best part about all of this is that when I read the YouTube comments, everyone's like, oh, it's not pumping, it's going back down. Look, if something just ran up 25%, it's going to retrace. You want it to retrace. It wouldn't be healthy if it just kept going and stopped at $4 because you would have an even deeper downside. We retrace here. I'm going to pull up TradingView in a second. We retrace. We find a new base, which is hopefully above the $2 support level. We gain more momentum and then we blast back up. You do the same thing. Retrace, build, blast. That is what you want to see. That is what we call a healthy push to the upside. So that's what we're going to talk about here. Mr. Clean, that's me. Yo, he does look. Someone told me I look like Bruce Willis yesterday, by the way, on Twitter, I think it was. I never thought about that. I'll take a little Bruce Willis. Why not? And I thought he was going to say every gray on his head, but yeah. Look, the top of the head doesn't have gray. Well, maybe like 3 there. It's just the beard. But it's not because of old age. I want to be clear. The gray is not because of old age. It's because I let it grow too long and the hairs die, so they get gray. We all know that. Simple physics. Very simple physics. All right, let's jump on over. We're going to get right into the chart because why not? Why not, right? We're going to do a little TA. I was buying under $2. Love these prices. Great buy. Great buy. If we have it my way here, XRP doesn't go back below $2. 40. Just turned in October. If we have it my way, we're not going back under. Remind me to tell you. Oh boy, Rick. Oh boy. I'm nervous. All right, look, this is what we're looking at. This is your daily chart. Once my YouTube view kicks over for myself. It's real good to see $2 again. We're going to talk, we'll talk upside, downside, flat levels as well. We're going to talk it all. So you're prepared. So when something happens, you're like, oh crap, this thing is over, right? Obviously, ETFs have been performing extremely well. I mean, I think we had a day of 63 million, was it? Then another day of like 50 or even low 60s. Today, another 35 million. And these ETFs, we don't really have a big issuer. Franklin Templeton's the biggest, but they're not really in crypto, right? It's a big name in traditional finance, but it's not really a big name when it comes to crypto as of yet. We just see Morgan Stanley jumping in with a Bitcoin Ethereum ETF. That's huge. They're one of the most conservative financial giants out there. It's always good to see them come in. I mean, at the end of the day, for an XRP price to get higher, we need more money in crypto. That's it, right? So the more of these financial titans that enter this market, the higher this price is going to go without any type of utility, right? We're not even talking utility on that. We're just talking financial institutions throwing their money into this crypto arena, and the price is going to go higher without utility even kicking in. ETFs are going to obviously be a massive catalyst. And I know we were supposed to have 2 this month. It looks like 1 just pulled out. I believe it was Wisdom Tree that pulled out. I do believe 21 shares should be going live this month at some point. Plus, we just got something cool filed from Grayscale. I'll try to pull that up. It's going to be 5. It was 5. I don't want to say ETFs is not the right word. It was sort of like an index fund, I believe it was. It's 5 different cryptos. It was Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, I believe Cardano and XRP into an XRP had about a 5.5% weighting. It just went out to the SEC today for comments. Expect that to get approved this month as well. Things are heating up here. Things are heating up. $2.50 tomorrow, $4 the day after that. I'll tell you right now, the day this thing breaks back above its all-time high, and look, I'm going to say what I think the all-time high was. It's in that region. There's so many different prices. 365 is what I'm going to call it. But on this show, I like to say the day this thing breaks above $4, it's go time. It's show time, right? That's when the fireworks are really going to kick in. That is what I am paying attention to. For now, markets are bullish, right? I made the prediction on Bitcoin. It's pinned to the Twitter page. I believe it's right here. I put this out 3.5 weeks ago. Bitcoin has one more run in it. 94,000 has proven to be a key resistance zone. That is where that CME gap was that lasted for months, that got skipped over when Bitcoin ran to 125. No one thought it was going to get filled. It came back down and got filled months later. I do believe Bitcoin breaks past 94, 97 to 104, key area of interest. Maybe we go even higher, but then that's when the magic starts. That is when the rotation into altcoins begin. So everything we're seeing now, it's great. It's fine and dandy. Bitcoin dominance is coming down just a little bit, but Bitcoin's still going to pull back up. I believe it's like a little dead cat bounce we're seeing on the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? We're coming like this, faking everyone out. All coins are outperforming it, and then dominance is going to shoot back up to the upside, and then we get the great rotation. That's what I'm looking at. Rick says, my goal, my Grok line of questioning is saying possible 13 to 16 by April. Love that. 18 to 29 by June. If Ripple becomes a bank and BlackRock goes live with an ETF. Love that. Absolutely love that. I mean, all those targets are in my range of targets as well. So I don't disagree with those numbers. Matt says 265 next. We hold the all-time highs. And then 265 next, and we hold all-time highs next. I love that as well. I love that as well. Happy New Year from Miami. Yo, what's up, my neighbor? I see you, Miami. Matt Crab says Bitcoin to 134K and lights out. Look, if Bitcoin gets to 134,000, you definitely going to get an $8 to $13 XRP. Write that down. Rip said it. I'm telling you. We need to get there. Bitcoin's playing very dangerous games like now, and I don't like dangerous games. I don't like it. We need the over-the-counter to run out on XRP now. Yes, we need more ETFs. We need a lot. We need more ETFs. We need more index funds. We need those retirement accounts to come to life, which I don't think is going to happen to the end of this year. It's not officially passed. It has to go out for comment. They need to figure out the rules of the road, how it's going to work. But that is 100% a key selling point on XRP. Crypto Prince, I hate to say it, we're in a bear market, but we can run in a bear market. Yes and no. I do believe Bitcoin is in a bear market. I don't think altcoins are in a bear market yet. And the only reason I say that, because it just shocked me that I've almost been in crypto for a decade. I thought it was 7 years. 2017. It's wild, right? I guess like, what is it, 9 years, 8-9 years around that point? I've never seen a cycle where Bitcoin didn't have a parabolic blow off top, and I never seen a cycle where altcoins did not run. We didn't get either of those. We have not gotten either of those yet. 125,000 on Bitcoin was not a blow off top. A blow off top is just straight up euphoria up. We did not see that. That was a slow grind to 125. A slow grind. Remember, we floated between like 100 and 108,000 for quite some time on Bitcoin. And then it moved to 115, back to 110, 118, back to 113, and then 125. And then it retraced all the way back down to about what, 87,000? I think we hit 88,000, somewhere around those lines. Yo, Carl, what's up, man? Rusty, later, can you let us know what you got on HBAR and further ETFs in it? Rusty, talk about price on HBAR. World Free Speech. Time is coming when a news market has to mention XRP, the majority of people don't know about. Yeah, we just saw that. How crazy was that? We saw that, what was it, CNBC? Doing a little XRP segment. But that scares me because remember, back in 2017, CNBC and that guy, what was his name? The fat white guy who was talking about it. Brian Kelly? Is it Brian Kelly? I think it's Brian Kelly. He was showing people how to buy XRP at its all-time high back in 2017, beginning of 2018, and then the thing crashed. So it kind of sketches me out that these people are trying to educate those on these assets. But hey, publicity is publicity, marketed is market at the end of the day, right? Dinar says, I was watching one of your videos when 10/10 happened. Laugh out loud. Crazy time. Dude, October 10th was no joke. Legit. You can see right here, but this is I don't know, I think it's like a 42-inch TV. It's my 4th monitor. I was legit playing Call of Duty on my dual PC, so my second computer, which is over here. And I see in the corner of my over here, just that red candle. And my birthday was the 11th. I was just like, you gotta be shitting me. This is my birthday gift from Binance. A joke. But hey, we rebounded, right? It's like it never happened. It's like it never happened. Businesses coming in. Yes. And did you see that announcement from the DTCC today as well? I covered it on XRPRightNow.com. It was, where is it? Oh, DTCC. Let me load more. There's like 15 to 20 articles per day on this site, if it wants to load. Rich list, BlackRock. That's the BlackRock. DTCC gets the SEC approval with BNY Mellon, who, remember, BNY Mellon is the custodian of Ripple's RLUSD. It's a very interesting article. If you didn't read it, go read it. It's wild. It's wild. There's going to be a lot of this in the next 6 months. Are going to be crazy if these inflows continue. Yeah, look, I mean, the first half of 2026, for altcoins at least, I think it's going to be absolutely fire. I think it's going to be fire. Self-awareness says, I watched October 10th in real time, like that dude watching the screen in the Matrix. What the hell? For real. Dude, wasn't that crazy though? I mean, I never thought it was going to end. It just down. And it got thicker and thicker, that red candle. I was like, no shot, man. No shot. Strategy got cleared to stay in indexes too. I did see that. Do you think the Clarity Act will pass next week, Tobias? Great question. I did see a comment on it today. Once again, they stated that they're super close. I mean, it's only a matter of time. It would be phenomenal if it got passed in January when these markets are super bullish right now. I mean, everything looks great. That would just be an extra catalyst on top. I would love to see it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I want to say I would love for it to, but whenever you're dealing with the government, you never know when anything gets passed. I mean, it was supposed to be passed before Thanksgiving. Then they said December. Now they said January. And everything that's going on now with Venezuela. Oh, crows down. What happened over there and now Greenland and just so much going on in the world. Who knows when a thing gets passed by. But it's going to get passed. That's all we know. That is all we know. It will definitely get passed. Looks like the markets, my phone's lighting up. Markets are ripping to the downside. Bitcoin's down 2.6. ETH's down 4%. What are we missing? We're missing the juicy stuff. Asia's full, sending us to the bottom. Well, perfect segue. And YouTube, remember, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button so YouTube spreads this content. I appreciate that. It takes you 2 seconds. Insta, I see you. Michael, what's up, my man? Rip, do you think all the great projects, ETFs, how can Solana be so much higher? Supply factor. That's why. It all comes down to the amount of supply. That's why some things run a lot more, because obviously less in circulation. Supply plus demand equals price at the end of the day, right? Yo, Frankie, my boy, what's up, homie? Happy New Year. Yeah, and then we got a looming government, another government shutdown at the end of the month. That could throw another wrench into these things. I mean, it's just bad timing. I guess that's the best way to put it, right? It's just really bad timing. Is XRP going to take off at 5:89 p.m. or a.m.? I hope it's p.m. because I want to be awake when it happens. I want to be awake. I want to watch it. I want to watch it take off. Richard, are you familiar with Mickle? Yeah, I know Mickle. He has an opinion that the patterns are showing 40 to 50 per XRP. Here's what I would say. $40 to $50 per XRP. Is it possible? 100%. Is it possible within the next month or 2 months? It's crypto. Who knows? As I always say, my targets are very, very simple. 4 to 650, 8 to 13, 19 to 30. Those numbers, my targets need to hit before we get $40 to $50, right? We got to take baby steps. The biggest catalyst or the biggest issue we're going to run into on XRP, as you're already seeing it, it's going to be this $2 to $3 range, a lot of profits being taken, and then $3 to its all-time high. There's a lot of people been stuck in this thing for almost a decade without it really breaking out and make a new all-time high. So they're going to take money. They're going to take their money out. They're going to, you know, scalp a little off the top, take profits on it, which is absolutely, you know, it's normal. It's perfectly fine. That's going to be the biggest hurdle we have on it. Once we break 4 to 650, 8 to 13, it's going to happen. After that, I mean, who knows? We need to see a lot more money come into crypto, right? There's only, what, $3.1 trillion into crypto at this point? If you look, here's something for you to do. So you can kind of eye this thing and gauge this thing where it's going to go. Because remember, we don't really have utility yet, right? XRP isn't being used in everyday, you know, application, software, whatever term you want to throw on top of it. If you look at the amount of crypto that we had in 2017, total cryptocurrency market cap, 2020, and then 2026, right? You could even take it the end of 2025. XRP scales with the amount of money that's in crypto. And the best chart to use is the XRP to Bitcoin chart. And I'll pull that chart up in a second once we go over these price targets. The more money we have, the higher it's going to go. If we only have 3 trillion in crypto, there's not enough money for XRP to go to 40 to 50 bucks. That's just the dead honest truth. 3 trillion, Bitcoin has 1 point, what is it? 1 point, I think it's higher than 1.2 trillion at this point. Bitcoin has almost 2 trillion of the 3 trillion into this thing on its market cap. And that's what it's based off of. And that's the amount, the total amount of money that's into these markets. It physically can't unless we get more money into these markets. And I know a lot of people say, but market cap doesn't matter. Well, if you look at the price of XRP, you look at the total amount of money in crypto, it does matter, because that is what the pricing is based off of, public APIs and public order books. It's not based off of over-the-counter flows. If that was the case, ETFs and all that money we see coming in every single day would have sent this thing through the roof already. Now XRP is down 3%. So 40 to 50 bucks, possible? Sure, 100%. I believe there's a day down in the future XRP is going to hit 3 digits. Is that day today? No, no shot, no shot. Shut down on the 20th? Maybe. Jose, what cold storage wallet do you recommend? Should we take it off the exchanges? Yeah, you shouldn't be holding it on the exchange, because if something happens to the exchange, you're going to be screwed. Are there safer exchanges than others? Yes. Coinbase is a publicly traded company. They're not going bankrupt anytime soon. They are safe. If you look at, like, what's that XRP exchange? BitTrue. I would not be holding my XRP on BitTrue. A, they're not from this country. B, you have no clue what they're doing, what's going on. If something happens, you're not going to fly over to wherever they're based and try to get XRP out of them. We've seen this happen in Canada. A Canadian exchange, the guy went away to India. Supposedly, he was the only one that had the recovery phrases to, like, their cold storage wallet, and he passed away. Everyone lost their crypto. So are some exchanges safer? Yes. General rule of thumb, you should be your own self-custody. If you were going to use the wallet, I like Ledger. I never had an issue with Ledger. If you look at hold XRP-based tokens, Xamin, amazing wallet. It's a free wallet. You can make as many as you want. You just need to put 2 XRP in there to activate the wallet. And then the most important thing is safeguarding those keys. So that's what I would say. That's what I would say. And if money's an issue, you don't want to spend it on a wallet, get the Xamin wallet. It's free. It's free. But if we're not talking XRP, we're talking other tokens, get yourself a Ledger. I mean, Tangem, Decent, they all make great wallets. The wallet isn't the issue. It's the way people keep the keys. That is the issue, right? People write their keys on a notepad, leave it on their desktop. People put them on a Google Drive, an iCloud account. People put them on their cell phones. They upload them to some kind of cloud account. You don't know who's sniffing around at these companies in those accounts, and you'll never find out if they find those words and drain the crypto. You don't do it. Old-fashioned pen and paper. Write it down, laminate it, make 2 copies, give one to your parents, your aunt, your uncle, someone you trust, just in case something happens to your house, like a disaster comes, you have a backup of it. That's all she wrote. That's how I've been safeguarding for the past decade. Never had a hiccup. Never had a hiccup. An exchange went broke today and closed in Australia. Really? I didn't hear about that. Which exchange was that? Yankee, you like Ledger? Yeah, I love Ledger. I like Ledger. Ledger's the way to go. William says, most people I talk to about XRP can't wrap their heads around the technology. It's true. It's true. Well, yeah, think about this, though. Think about this as well. Most people don't understand how money moves, right? Before I got involved in the crypto world and started looking at XRP and Ripple, I didn't know how money moved. And nor did I care. Why would I care how money is moved? What the banks are doing? That was never my field of expertise. I don't give two craps. Just like I don't care how an email is sent. SMTP this, I don't care. I want to type an email address, put a message, hit send. I want to know that you get it. That's what people think about money movements. They don't care. They just want to be able to go to PayPal, Western Union, MoneyGram, put it in their bank account, credit card, hit send, send the money, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Rip, my mom's birthday today. Hey, happy birthday to your mom. 77 on January 7th, 1977. Let's go. Oh, 777. Oh, not 1977. On January 7th, 77. Damn, look at that. She better buy multiple lotto tickets, man. Happy birthday to her. Yo, self-awareness. What's up, man? Ledger just had a data hack. Man, Ledger had so many data hacks. It's wild. It's, you know, that is why if you are a Ledger owner, you keep getting like these spam emails, text messages, phone calls because of these data hacks. That's just the world, though. Everyone got, I mean, a data hack's a data hack. What are you going to do, right? Your personal information's all over the dark web anyways. It's the day in life of the internet, to be honest with you, is what it is. You got a leap out trying to figure out how to use it? Yeah, that's a good one too. What exchange can you buy TEL on? Let's pull up the old coin market cap. Here's all the exchanges. You'll see it pop up on your screen in a second. If you didn't want to use an exchange, you can use Uniswap, which is a DEX, Bybit, KuCoin, MEXC. I believe, doesn't Uphold? Correct me if I'm wrong, someone. And I'll pull it up on my phone. I believe Uphold has TEL as well, right? Once the Uphold app loads, let me log in here. TEL coin. Can you buy it? Yeah, you can get TEL coin on Uphold as well. They got it. That's probably going to be the easiest, TEL coin. Or if you want to use Uniswap, that's a DEX. But I think Uphold's going to be your easiest route to get it from all these other exchanges out there because they don't allow US people on with it. Denard, I'm hoping for a mini pump tomorrow for my 6 years sober. Hey man, congrats on the 6 years, my friend. That's awesome. I'm hoping we get a pump for you as well. We got to see what Asia's going to do with us tonight. So let's look at this chart. I mean, I love leaving supply and resistance up. A chart like this, super easy to read. We don't need to get all crazy. You can see we broke out. We broke down from 218, 208 to about $1.98 is your next area of interest. Ideally, we would like to see XRP hold $2. If $1.98 gets broken, we'll see a full retrace of this move. We don't want to see a full retrace of this move. If we can form a nice base above $2, that would give us liftoff to our next key area of interest on the next move up, which is sitting right in this region, which would get us to about 250 to 280. That would be your next move. Once that is broken, we get into $3. And I'm going to tell you right now, when XRP gets back into that $3 region, your excitement's going to come back. FOMO is going to re-enter the market on XRP because now we're talking about the countdown to a new all-time high. But $3, just like every whole number, is a major area of resistance. Maybe we don't break it on the first time. Maybe we do. Time will tell. But as soon as we get this next move up above 230, 250 to 280 is going to be the next hurdle on this thing. That is what I would be paying attention to and what I would be looking at. And you can see this region is where our original area of impulse started back in the summer of last year before we made that run to a new all-time high. Since then, it has just been nothing but a downtrend, which the beautiful thing is we are trying to break out of that downtrend right now. Oh, excuse me. We are trying to break out of that downtrend right now, which is right here. Let's hope we don't get a full-on retrace from it. I don't think we will. I think we're going to hold $2. That's what I'll be paying attention to. And then I think we make that move back to the upside. 250 to 280, that is where I would be looking on this thing for the first area of interest. And then, as I said, when $3 breaks, it's going to get fun. You're going to see a lot of retail FOMO hit these markets. I would expect your ETF inflows to pick up as well on it. It's going to be a great first half of 2026 for all coins. For all coins. Not for Bitcoin so much, but for all coins. And we yet have to see your Bitcoin dominance really drop here. Here's the Bitcoin dominance chart. This thing is still trending since September. You'll see it come up on your screen. This has kind of been the area the dominance has been stalling out in, right around the 58% region is what we've been looking at on this thing. I do expect Bitcoin dominance to run back up to get to this about 60 to 60.5% range. And I think Bitcoin at this point will then roll over, and then we'll say sayonara to Bitcoin for the time being. And then we will get our rotation. Once 57% drops on your Bitcoin dominance, we will see a massive, massive rotation into altcoins, which is exactly what we want to see. Liquidity leave Bitcoin, liquidity enter altcoins start to run. And as you know, what's going to be the first altcoin to run? Ethereum, folks. That is right. Good old Ethereum. Rip, are you in the 1% of the XRP rich list? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know what the 1% on the rich list is anymore. I haven't paid attention to that thing in a minute. Yo, Tommy boy, what's up, my friend? Hope all is well. Happy New Year. You as well, buddy. Hopefully you had an amazing Christmas. You had an amazing New Year. We're going to hit the ground running in 2026. We damn right we want the flywheel effect. Ripple, someone making a whiskey and Coke drink. No, I don't think so. Did you hear? Did you hear something over here? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I promise you. That's it. We got the water. We got the water. No, Matt. So I'm excited. I'm bullish here. And the key indicator on all this, it's going to be Bitcoin dominance. This is what we should be paying attention to. We need dominance to give out. We need dominance to break on Bitcoin. And it's kind of just been chilling and floating around. I understand the USA is the biggest economy, etc. But how is the rest of the world does not influence the price of XRP more to the positive? Example, Taiwan and Japan all over it. Well, because we don't have utility. That's what's missing, right? We do not have utility. That's why. So since about 2020-ish, retail has stopped moving these markets. Retail no longer controls cryptocurrency. There's too much money into it, especially into these majors, right? ETH, Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, XRP, XLM, Avalanche, Polkadot. Our money won't move it. What do we need at this point? We need institutional money to enter. We need ETFs. We need index funds. We need retirement accounts. We need those millions beyond millions of dollars to enter and to force a squeeze onto crypto. And we need those institutions to become our cheerleader. If the institutions do not start cheerleading for us and promoting these to their multi-billion-dollar clients, we're not going to go anywhere. We got $3 trillion in. Yeah, $3 trillion, it's a lot of money, but in the financial world, $3 trillion compared to what we have in the stock market, it's really not that much. It's really not that much. We got a long ways to go. And I do believe crypto's gonna at some point will have more money in it than the stock market. I think everything's gonna get switched over. I think crypto is gonna be an absolute beast. An absolute beast. And remember, crypto is worldwide. The stock market in the US, or stock market is just the US over here, right? So we're talking about a whole different ball game is what we're looking at it. So we need institutional money to get over here. What's the factor for XRP being down since 2 days? Profit taking, that's it. I mean, it ran hot, just like a lot of these other coins ran hot. Whenever you see an asset pump over 20%, I mean, it's up 16% pretty much this year. That's your 7-day. People are going to take profits, which is super healthy. And you want that to happen. You don't want to just keep running up. You need to have a retrace, a correction. You need to find a new base onto it. And that is what we are looking at right now. When we get back to the XRP dollar, let's clear these drawings, move it back out. This move right here, you can't sustain that. You just can't. You need to see it come up. What you want to do then is you want to do a little retest to either here, or you want to see even a deeper retest to make sure that this was an actual real move to the upside. Let me circle it. And then once the markets are like, all right, this is real. This thing has a lot of money, liquidity. Your buyers are now starting to step in. Your bears are running out of gas. Then it's like, okay, let's push even higher and let's see what they got over here. And then the same thing will happen. We'll get a push up here. We'll have another retrace, most likely to there. I don't think we're going to come all the way back down to here. And then what's going to happen again? Your buyers will step back in. The bears will run out of gas. And then we push up even further again. That's just how the markets work. It always needs to make sure that the push-ups are real, that they're not just these little fake outs, right? That the bears are done and that the bulls want to step in and maintain higher prices. And as you do this, what happens? The people shorting, they get gone, or the people longing, they get gone, because the market makers manipulate everything. Everything. That's it. That's it. I'll buy the dips as usual. It's all you can do. ETFs are really sucking up supply faster than people are anticipating. Yeah, the ETFs have been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, another 33 million today on these ETFs. What have we done over? I think we hit over 100 million this week already, which is insane. Higher and higher and higher. That's it. At least that's the name of the game. Up, up, and away she goes. That's going to be it. Rip, will Quant be the next Bitcoin? Won't be the next Bitcoin. It's going to go a lot higher, though. It's about time we started seeing some social media activity from the Quant people and talking about some pretty interesting things. I still got my eyes on Quant. I haven't sold any. Not yet. We're still in the green. Barely in the green. But there's a lot of resistance. This thing got a lot of levels to get by, to break through. But I do believe Quant's going to make a beautiful push-up at some point. When do I think BlackRock steps in? I'm thinking, look, here's the playbook I think is going to play out. I've always said end of 26, beginning of 27 is when we get the retirement accounts coming online. At some point before that, BlackRock's going to have to step in and get positioned. It's going to happen this year. I think that once this bill gets passed, which hopefully is this month, fingers crossed, we don't get a shutdown and it delays it even further. I think that bill is really going to open the floodgates for a lot of these larger institutions who are still kind of on the sidelines for these altcoins. I know, look, XRP, we can say it all, whatever we want. XRP at the end of the day is an altcoin. Bitcoin's is the coin. Everything else is an altcoin, according to the institutions, right? That's why Bitcoin's always first. Ethereum's always second. We've been seeing Solana third and XRP coming in fourth. So I would assume BlackRock is waiting for that one piece to give them the clarity that they need in order to step in on this thing. Let's say, hypothetical, that bill is passed in January. I would say before summer, BlackRock will announce something. Now, whether their first thing is going to be a true spot XRP ETF or it's going to be some sort of index fund, right? A mixed basket of currencies. But clearly there's demand for it from these 6 or 7 issuers we have now. If we want to count Rex Osprey, they're going to be forced into it. And we've seen a fake BlackRock ETF back in 2024. I don't think it was fake. I mean, unless someone had brass balls, because in order to file that paperwork, you need 2 forms of identification. 2, not 1, but 2. Someone went into the office over there in Delaware and filed it, saying they were from BlackRock. I don't know. That's kind of sketch, right? That's kind of sketch. So that's what I would be paying attention to. That is what I will be paying attention to. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something. All right. I'm back. Someone bothering me. We're back though. Don't worry about it. Oh, someone harassed me at the door. I don't like when people ring the doorbell and they knock. I'm not a fan of it because the animals go nuts. The animals absolutely go crazy. They don't like it. But what are you going to do? I don't know if I told you a story. I had a lady get lost one day, and I was here and I was playing my game and I had my headphones on so I can't hear everything. This older lady just walked into my house, scared the living crap out of me. Didn't know what was going on. She was freaking lost. I was confused. Now I started locking the door. Unreal. It's craziness. All right, what did I miss? Come back, Rip. We lose him. No, he's back. He's back. Some are saying Bitcoin masses. Some are saying Bitcoin will only go to 106 or close before the rollover to Goblin Town. Yeah, I think 106 is an accurate number. I got 97 to 103 is an area of interest. 104 or 94, 97 to 103. If it gets higher, maybe 115-ish or so is what I would be looking at for Bitcoin. But I think it's done. I think Bitcoin is 100% in a bear market. I think it rolls over. I think by Q4 of this year, the bottom for Bitcoin will be in. But the good thing about all this now, since we have institutions and we have ETFs now available, these bear markets are going to be shorter and shorter, right? Which is a great thing. If we get a bottom at the end of this year, like I believe we will, 2027, we should start being pushed back up. 2028 should be, the run for Bitcoin. And then later in 28, beginning of 29 should be your altcoin parabolic tops compared to where it would have been 2030 would have been Bitcoin moved. And then 2031, we would have seen altcoins blow off. So worst case scenario, altcoins don't do much, which I don't think's the case. I think that's just the case on Bitcoin. 2027, so in just a year, we start to see everything move back up and roll back over. So we're going to be good. Frankie, you just started locking the door in Naples. Yeah, I never locked the door. Naples is safe. You don't lock the door here. You don't lock the door, you know. Silver is dumping also, yeah. You have to understand, everything just ran so hot and so hard, so fast. Corrections are needed. But look at this, XRP. That's a nice little greener. Huh? Maybe it's going to look to get the recovery here. Wouldn't that be nice? Recover at 216. Not bad. Not bad at all. Paper markets are so over leveraged. Oh my God. Yeah, they are. DFIN, where is alt season and now Bitcoin not going to follow the M2 money supply? Yeah, it looks like Bitcoin's broken away from that M2 for a while now, right? I mean, M2 absolutely exploded and Bitcoin kind of just rolled over and went the opposite way. Alt season should be happening. We should be, well, we're in a mini alt season is what we're seeing right now. I mean, I think it was XRP and Cardano were the two that were leading the way. Up over 20-something%, a little bit of a retrace, 17. Cardano's still up over 20. Doge's up over 24. I think we're in a little mini alt season now. I think that's what we're seeing right now. I think we get a little mini alt season. Everything's gonna outperform Bitcoin. Then I think Bitcoin goes a little bit higher to that region I've talked about, 97 to 103. Then I think Bitcoin rolls over it. Then I think we get the main event for alts. So I think mini alt season, Bitcoin, one last higher run, fake out, drop, full on alt season. That's what I think we're looking at. World free speech. When XRP hits 50 and $100, you know it will take off much faster than Bitcoin ever did because people are already prepared. They just haven't heard about XRP yet. That's the truth. You're right about that. You're right about that. Because you have to remember, when those price targets do come to life, XRP is gonna be that new shiny object that everyone wants. And then people who don't know any better, they're going to be like, well, Bitcoin says costs 250,000. I don't have 250,000. They're not going to know they can buy fractions. You'll be like, but XRP is only $50. I can afford XRP and I can get a lot more, right? That's the biggest mistake people always make. I made this mistake too. You look at how many you can get of a crypto instead of looking at the multiplier. Because the amount of coins doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's which one is going to give you a better multiplier, right? You can have 2 billion Dogecoins, but if Dogecoin only does a 1x and you have 20 XRP and it does a 10x, well, a 10x is going to be greater than your 1x. So a lot of people look at it the wrong way as well. Denard, you take a look at the Japan. I haven't seen a Japan bond lately. No, I haven't. Paul says, you did 3 trillion. It's not that much. I can spend 3 trillion a few hours. 3 trillion? Paul, I want you to tell me what you're spending 3 trillion on. I need to know. I need to know. 2017 in a much deeper fallen wedge. Yeah. You remember, no, Frankie, it's new. Not only are we the bankers coin, they now called XRP holders the old person coin, which is wild. Only 300,000 wallets with 10,000 XRP. That's nothing. That's puny. That's really tiny. And you know, that's been one of the biggest narratives as well. People like, XRP can never go to a high price because they're not going to make the whole world rich. There's not that many XRP holders. When you look at the amount of holders to the amount of population in the world, there's not a lot of XRP holders. Not at all. Chop Schemes, you still think Velo goes last? Oh, 100%. 100%. Those altcoins like that always go last. It's Bitcoin, ETHcoin, or ETHcoin. Bitcoin, Ethereum based. So like your your chain links, your SUIs, stuff like that, what's built on top of ETH will run next. And then we'll see everything else go, including your low cap shitters. Not that Velo is a low cap shitter, but you know what I'm saying. Everything else will run, even the lower cap ones that have no utility or nothing. They'll get a little price pump. And then XRP is the last. Can't wait till I'll get it. Look, Prince, I'm with you, man. I'm here for a double-digit XRP. I know XRP is worth more than $2. I knew it was worth more than $3.65. I mean, worst case scenario, XRP is at least a 2-digit coin. I've been holding it for 10 years and never sold a single XRP because I know what the value is, right? I do the research every single day, like you all do as well. You listen to the videos, you read stuff, you're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, your favorite platform. You know what Ripple is building, where XRP is being adopted, that it's worth more than its current value. Any thoughts on Flare? So Flare is going to be my 2026 look into project because their, I believe the last airdrop is this month. And then I'm going to start looking into it again. The 10-year bond alone's over 2% for Japan's pretty wild. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. When Ripple starts offering yield, that's retirement money. I think that's coming as well soon. Gilly, how is the Canton network going to work versus XRP? Is Canton going to dominate the DTCC? Honestly, I talked about this. Beaver, I hit your comment next. And Rusty, I got you as well. Where was I? Canton Network. I think Canton Network is just the new shiny thing that everyone's hyping up and trying to promote. That's all I think it is. If you look at the DTCC, I mean, they're working with Chainlink. Sure, you want to see they're working with Canton. That's fine as well. They're going to be working with multiple blockchains, multiple different assets. To me, Canton, I've seen this story too many times, right? These new networks, blockchains, coins, out of nowhere they start. We saw it with, what's that stupid coin, ZBAC, when they started pushing ZBAC. Like, it needs to prove itself to me. It needs to prove itself to me, right? And I know people like, but it got the DTCC. That's cool. Ondo has BlackRock. You know what I mean? Look at Ondo's price right now. It's underperforming. I think it was just getting hyped. It was getting pushed. It had a beautiful or a nice little run up into it. Whatever runs up, as we all know, it will retrace at some point. And when it retraces, we can look into it. That's just how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it. Rusty Rip, can you elaborate on XRP yield options that do not trigger CGT event when doing it? There's really, so as far as XRP yield, like a true yield on XRP, there's nothing right now. I mean, Flare is doing something that's not a true yield. A true yield. There's really nothing out there. There are no products that you can earn true yield on XRP that are based upon the ledger itself, right? You would need to use some kind of bridge and go to another network like Flare is doing through the DeFi system. As far as not triggering CGT, nothing. I mean, there's nothing, right? At the end of the day, it's going to get triggered. They're going to get their money. They're going to get their money, to be honest with you. Yeah, as Rick said, yield will be offered through Ripple at some point. I'll either be through Ripple or subsidiary through them. But there is nothing at this moment that you can earn yield on your XRP. That's true. Like some of these exchanges have it. You can get 3% back within the stable coin or whatnot. Or I know BitTrue was doing it, but that's not a true yield product, right? That is just them giving you out XRP for holding your crypto on the exchange, which I wouldn't do. So as of right now, there's nothing. There is nothing. And there's no website out there that's going to do it. Those are all scam sites. You gotta be very careful. There is nothing currently. Will it come? I think so. I think we will get it. No doubt about it. You're here for a 4-digit XRP. That's the kind of talk we need, my friend. Oh, I would love that. A 4-digit XRP would be absolutely a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, Beaver says, hey, Rip, I'm 70 and hold XRP. Yeah, it's the old man's coin. That's right, you see? You're 70, I'm 40. I'm the old man with you, my friend. You're right. You're right. It is the old man coin. In Korea, you can buy coffee and food with XRP. Asian people know more about XRP than the West is doing. Even Nigeria and a couple of African countries. Yeah. XRP is huge over in Asia. It's tremendous. I mean, they love it over there. You have to understand, that side of the world, they're used to the whole, you know, I'm going to walk around, everything's going to be on my phone. I'm just going to scan QR codes. That's making its way here. I mean, the closest we really have to, it's like what? Apple Pay, Google Pay, where you can just tap your phone. But they're used to the whole QR code based payment system. And we know Japan, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, they love it. They love XRP over there. Who made the DTCC comment? What I missed? I know I just saw it. Rusty says, yeah, happy to pay taxes on yield. Just do not want to trigger your capital on main assets as not selling it. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because I said there's no native staking on the ledger yet. And I don't really know what these other platforms are making you do, like wrapping it and what's going to actually trigger and what's going to get reported for it. It's very tough. And if you're going to a DeFi protocol, you got to be super careful with those. I mean, those are very, very early days and you can definitely lose your ass on them. $53 and 1 and more XRP, that's right. Jam, what's good, Rip? When is altcoin season? Is this thing delayed to like 28, 2030? No, 28, 2030 is gonna be our next cycle. We're in it right now. You're seeing a mini altcoin season right now. Not the main fireworks. That has not happened yet. That is to be determined. You're in a mini altcoin season right now. I do expect Bitcoin to go higher and then to flop over and rotate. But we're looking at a mini alt season right here, right now, is what we're looking at. Yo, Rex, did you see that? Did you see that Grok? Everyone, the newest thing. So there's 2 new things on Twitter. One of them, everyone is asking Grok to put like these girls in bikinis. I don't know if everyone's probably seen that. And the second one, everyone is asking Grok to tell them, show me a picture of what the high of this crypto is gonna be for this bull run. And it says, I think it said like XRP was $5. And then someone did Velo and it said 50 cents for Velo. You love to see it. You love to see it. Lisa says XRP is the best investment opportunity ever. Amen to that. I agree with that one right there. Yo, Haas Hales, excuse me. Welcome to the show, my friend. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you. You're welcome, Jam. Got you. Lisa, will Trump make no crypto tax laws? Nah. The only thing I know to date that Trump is talking about is making it if you spend, I think it's up to like $200 worth of crypto, that it would not be taxed. And they're also talking about you can pay your taxes in Bitcoin. I wonder why, right? The US government is trying to get as much Bitcoin as they can. Today, the SEC gave the okay for RLUSD to be used through by BNY Mellon on DTCC. They sure did. They sure did, Matt. If you go over to the news website, I made a full article on this, breaking it down, talking about the DTCC, the approval, and how BNY Mellon is involved in this with RLUSD and how everything intertwines together. Wrote a whole article on that this morning. Arthur, I really feel like the banks are going to stop Clarity from passing. Am I wrong? Nah, they're not going to stop it. The banks know that they're backed into a corner. They delayed it as much as they possibly could. They fought Ripple from getting this license. They fought all the, I don't want you to say Ripple, right? Because we know Gemini got one as well. There was a couple of other companies that got the banking approval as well. They fought as much as they could, and they tried to delay it as long as they could, but that's over, right? They can't fight it anymore. They know that they need to embrace the technology and that they need to get caught up and they need to start adopting it. So we're gonna see that with Paul Atkins at her. Look, Paul Atkins, he's not messing around. We finally got someone in the SEC that is doing the job and who isn't just delaying it, right? Like we're used to from the government. Delay, 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 delay. Let me push it so when I'm not here anymore, the next person can get in, they can delay. We've seen with Gary Gensler, we saw it with Jay Claim. They just pushed everything down the hole, right? They pushed it off to the side. Atkins is stepping in and he's finally doing the right thing. You love to see it. You love to see it. Truth of Hearts, Happy New Year. You as well. You as well. Hopefully you have an amazing year. Rusty says, I doubt Ripple will offer anything for XRP. Jake says, Ripple do not want to use his followers XRP, so just thoughts. Rusty, say that again. Say that again. Five states. No property tax in 6 states. Wait, Yankee, property tax? Oh, we're talking state tax. State tax. Frankie says, front running like we are, it's easy to get rattled. The longer we experience it, the more you relax when we realize the asset we hold. Cliche? I suppose it could be, but it's true about XRP. Damn right it is. Look, they're trying to shake you out of this XRP tree as hard as they can. From someone who's been here 10 years, I've seen it all. From the SEC lawsuit to all the negative narratives to Ripple's dumping on top of us to it's being manipulated to suppression. I've seen everything in the playbook. And if you notice, XRP is the only asset they talk about, right? We must be onto something. If they knew it wasn't a threat, they wouldn't talk about it. They wouldn't talk about it. Clarity Bill will set up XRP. Yeah, the Clarity Bill is key here. Clarity Bill is key because that is going to be your institutional highway for all of these institutions to fully embrace crypto. I know they're coming into Bitcoin and Ethereum because I hate to say it, but those two kind of got a free pass, right? Both Bitcoin and ETH. I mean, ETH should have been labeled a security decades ago, especially, I mean, Vitalik was out there telling people they're doing an ICO on it. They had these people buying it with fake IDs, identities, emails, you name it. It clearly had an ICO. It got passed. So ETH and Bitcoin got the sweetheart pass on through. XRP had to work its way through the system. It's going to be next in line with Solana. Those will be the two next for the institutional adoption that we're going to see. We're starting to see Chainlink pick up now. Bitwise is launching a Chainlink ETF. Grayscale has one. That's 2 on Chainlink. I think it goes in order of ETFs. It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Chainlink. Those are the 5, and that's in the order of how many ETFs they have. If your asset got an ETF, you're going to be all right. That's how you know you picked the winner. Because when these retirement accounts can start buying and allocating their pensions, their 401ks, 457s, whatever plan they got, into these assets, they're going to either need to be in an index fund or they're going to have to be into an ETF and packaged. So if you got one of those assets that has an ETF and is going to be more, or one of these assets that's in an index fund, you pick the winner. Because institutions at the end of the day will pump these markets. It's that simple. You as well, Maddie. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. We got good press today through CNBC. Yeah, I think it was yesterday, Frankie. CNBC did a little XRP. He told him because Ripple will not use. Yeah, no, they wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Thoughts on XRP price is predetermined by institutions. The only thing I would say to that, as far as the predetermined price, I think the institutions have so much money that they could make XRP go where they want it to go, right? Is what I would say. But you have to think about it. At that point, you would need all of your institutions to pretty much get into a room, all of the major ones, right? To sit around and be like, okay, we've accumulated enough, we're happy. They would all need to agree that they have enough, and then they can take their money because they have millions and they can publicly buy it on a book, on an order book, and they can send it up. Or they could tell the market maker, we're going to remove, you know, your amount. So market maker would then be forced to raise the price of XRP by removing their liquidation levels, because they're the ones who make your support and resistance, and then price could go up. But as far as like a set price, no set price. David Schwartz even put that one to the side. But if we want to talk about a predetermined price and the fact that the institutions can pretty much determine where they want the price of XRP, they can do it like this. I mean, it would honestly take a couple of $1 million. Like, you can look at this yourself. Go to your favorite exchange, go to the XRP chart, scroll all the way to the top of the order book. It'll tell you the amount of XRP you're going to get and how much money it would take, and it'll tell you the price it would be. And you can see how much money, how many millions of dollars, and it might not even be that much, you would need to raise the price of XRP to $4 or $5 on the order book. So institutions have the capital to do it. You wrote grip 10,000. Bring it. Bring it. That's what I say. Bring it. 21 shares to the ETF tracker. 21 shares on the ETF tracker? No, 21 shares. No, 21 shares. Wisdom Tree pulled out today. 21 shares. I believe 21 shares is this month. This month, as long as it gets signed through. I believe last we heard of 21 shares was in December, and it looked like it was coming to life in January. We haven't heard too much from it. Predetermined price of 10,000. I'm down for it. Lisa, they need to do it now, Lisa. No, I don't want to wait anymore. They need to do it now. Banks had since 2018 to figure out a better way, and they couldn't. Facts. They are over leveraged. I believe they have a short extension now to adopt and get it all together, but that's it. It's going to happen. Yeah, 100%. It's going to happen with or without them. It's that simple. And I think we're at a point, as you're saying in your comment, they either get onto the crypto boat, onto the crypto rails, or they're going to move over. They're going to move to the side. They're going to become super irrelevant. I mean, look at Morgan Stanley. We had Bitcoin ETFs. How long has the Bitcoin ETF been live now? 2 years about? It took Morgan Stanley 2 years to figure out, okay, guys, we're going to get into Bitcoin and Ethereum now. We're going to launch ETFs. They just did it, let's say Wednesday. Monday was Bitcoin. Tuesday was Ethereum. Or was it Tuesday Bitcoin and today Ethereum? Something like that. It happened this week. I mean, Morgan Stanley is one of the most conservative financial giants in the US, and they're finally on board. $1 trillion asset manager. And it took them 2 years to figure it out because they see the writing on the wall. They need to get involved. They have to. And these institutions, they smell the money. Trust me. They know the money that's involved. They can smell it from a mile away, and they know they need to get onto it. And they're getting calls from clients. Their customers are calling them. I can guarantee you, their customers are saying, I want Bitcoin, I want Ethereum, I want XRP, I want Solana. And if you don't have it, I'm going to take my $20 million portfolio with you, and I'm going to go jump ship, and I'm going to go to BlackRock, or I'm going to move it to Fidelity. And they don't want to lose them. They don't want to lose them. Yeah, when JP Morgan jumps on board, it's over. And that idiot over there is finally embracing it. What was it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? He came out, he finally admitted he was wrong about crypto. The guy went from threatening to fire his employees if they ever talked about Bitcoin. And now, no, I'm thinking of Larry Fink. I'm thinking of BlackRock. He went from firing to embracing. It's wild. It's wild. They all need to get on board. That's it. They have no ifs, ands, or buts. But look, I think we cut it there. 1 hour and 10 minutes of me rambling on the first live back. Feels good to be back. It feels good to see green. Let's keep our eyes on XRP. About 218, 219 is where we want to reclaim. We're at 217. We're right there. If we can reclaim that level, remember, your next targets on XRP are right here. 247, call it 248 to about 278. That is your area of interest. If this level holds, is at 217, starting to form a little bit of a green candle. We'll see where the night takes us. Worst case scenario, hold above $2, and then we'll bounce up to the 250 to 275. That's the next upside. That is what we're going to be looking for and looking at. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to go watch a little TV and relax before my dog gets back. Thank you, each and every single one of you, for turning out. Get ready for an amazing first half of the year. XRPL